Okay, so we're gonna watch this. There's only 2 people that I want to watch in this whole video. So the rest of it. I don't care. This is like 20 athletes caught cheating on live TV. Here is what you were robbed of founders. Were you? Oh, you probably were gifted, weren't you?
Number 20, Rosie Ruiz.
Okay, listen to this,
Back in
girl.
1980, Rosie Ruiz competed in the 84th edition of the Boston Marathon and won it in quite an impressive fashion. Despite being an unknown prior to that point, the Cuban-American crossed the finish line with a total race time of 2 hours, 31 minutes, and 56 seconds. The fastest female time in Boston Marathon history, and the 3rd fastest female time ever recorded in any marathon anywhere.
So listen to this. This lady has the fastest female time, okay? Fastest female run time. On top of that, what they are in for the Boston Marathon. Plus, she's like the 3rd fastest ever women marathon runner. No one ever heard of her before. She was a new face. I just want to keep that in mind.
So you improved from 2 hours and 56 minutes to 2 hours and
also,
31
holy
minutes.
Shit, look at this resolution.
What do you attribute that improvement in time to?
I don't know.
Now, considering that Rosie was pretty much an unknown, it was understandable that many people had suspicions
Look at that.
about
Drugs.
whether this win was
just wait,
legitimate.
it's so much better than
Soon
drugs.
enough, people began asking questions.
Look at her lawyer. First of all, this male pattern baldness swoop over the head with the like crazy.
Was she on some sort of drugs? How on earth did someone so unknown just come out to smash one of the most challenging marathons in the world on a 70-degree day? Days later, things really heated up.
Mistress, how are you, girl? Hope you're doing well. Love you. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. You look beautiful. What are you up to? She's a runner. She's a track star. Just wait.
After it would be
Just
discovered
wait.
that several race officials had not seen Rosie throughout the race. Any tapes of the marathon also didn't pick her up until the very final stretch when she ran towards the finish line. And in just 8 days, the jig was up. Several race observers confirmed that they had seen her join the race from the sidelines less than a mile from the finish.
Did y'all hear that? My girl saw these people running and joined the race a mile before the finish line. So you know what that shit reminded me of? Hold on, let me pull something up. When I heard that she just jumped in at the finish, no, she finessed. She was finessing. It reminded me of American Dad. Oh, holy shit, let me find this. Same energy, hilarious.
Remember, the goal is to finish.
Ha! I'm gonna win this thing. Everybody looks so slow.
On your marks. Get set.
Also, I'm doing well, Mrs. J. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well. So you see this. Oh my gosh, he falls out. Watch this shit.
I turned my ankle, but I can run it off. Ah!
Roger, stop, you're hurt.
Why'd this happen to me? I actually tried this time.
Oh, honey, is there anything I can do to make you feel better?
Also, terrible choices of flavors, especially together. Does anyone fuck with Neapolitan? Because I don't. I'm just not a fan of everything getting gooped together. It's just, not for me.
You know, I was gonna give you this after the race, but here.
I want to skip a bit. Watch this shit.
I did it! Oh my God, what a gorgeous trophy! And flowers? Wait, I can't hold everything. I'm gonna have my friend hold my cone.
This motherfucker just jumped in at the end of the race. And that's exactly what I fucking thought of when I heard this story. I was like, this bitch did not. She watched him run and was like, but like, what if that was me though? And if you have ever, I don't know if you guys ever ran a race. When you run a race, there's checkpoints. So they can actually tell you how fast each of your miles were. And they have like these little stations you get like water and stuff. So like, of course it wouldn't work that way. And then especially her not being a known name. Everyone's like, who is this bitch? She tried to finesse the fuck out of him. She tried to finesse. You don't really mess with chocolate ice cream? I don't either. I don't like chocolate, but see, I don't really like chocolate. I like Neo. It's nice to have a mix. Yeah, I don't know.
Witnesses also confirmed.
But I guess also if I'm gonna get ice cream, especially from like a jar, strawberry, vanilla. Like, unless I'm eating it with something else, they're not gonna pick.
That they had seen her riding the sub and her marathon win.
Wait.
A few months before. Race from the sidelines, less than a mile from the finish. Some witnesses also confirmed that they had seen her riding the subway during the New York Marathon a few months before. Rosie denied all of the allegations, but the evidence was simply too much, and she was eventually stripped of her record and her marathon win. Number 19.
And you know what sucks about that shit? You have to live life. And the thing about those days, they didn't have Twitter and Facebook to like distract you so the story was dead in a few weeks. She was living with that shit for years. People saw her, was like, isn't that bitch who hopped out the damn subway to get a marathon win? Like, you're living with that. That's crazy. She thought she could finesse and got finessed. And then hold on, one more. This was a sticky ball shit. But there was one about here we go. Here's the last one. I was watching, I was like, oh bruh.
Substances are banned from coming in contact with the ball. Pinedo went on with it anyway. Number 14. Famke van der Drieske. Cycling is one of the most
By the way, doesn't that also kind of look like an AI picture?
foreign substances are banned from coming in contact with the ball. Pinedo went on with it anyway.
It looks kind of like an AI photo. Like, for some reason, this just doesn't look real. It is real, but it doesn't look real. I feel like an AI generated it. Mingus has sticky balls.
14.
Yo, hey.
Famke van der Drieske.
Pics for
Cycling is one of the
proof.
most physically draining sports in the world, and with some trails being especially difficult
Now
to
this
maneuver,
is kind of clever.
being able to enhance your performance
But
is
this
key.
this clip gave me Clara vibes.
Famke
Y'all
van der
remember Clara, the
Drieske,
homegirl
however,
Clara?
using
Just tampering with everyone's
performance-enhancing
shit.
drugs would have been too shallow. This Belgian cyclist decided to rig up her bicycle with a mechanical motor while competing at the Cyclo World Championships back in 2016. After she had stopped mid-race with the claim that her bike was faulty, officials inspected it and found some wires and a battery concealed under her seat. The rig was connected to a motor in her bicycle's crankshaft, and with Famke being able to operate the entire system using a Bluetooth button that was attached to the bicycle's handlebars. The operation was sleek. She would only use the motor in specific areas, such as here, where she sailed easily through a challenging climb. As her defense, Famke claimed that...
Okay, so let's recap real quick. What did she do? My girl put a motor in her bike that she could activate at certain points where it's typically harder, right? Hills, so that she could win. And here was her excuse. This was a race. It looks kind of Olympic-y, but whatever. I don't know what race it was. It was some race.
that the bike had belonged to one of her friends and that she was simply borrowing it. While the friend himself confirmed the story, Famke was still punished.
Judge, it was my friend. It belongs to my friend. I don't even know. Yo, who put this motor in my bike? Who put this Clara? Clara? Clara's getting crazy. Clara needs to stop. First, she was fucking around with PCs, and now she's playing with bikes? Because it was her friend. She clearly did nothing. It was her damn friend who put a motor in her bike, and she was just borrowing her bike for a race, because that's what we usually do. When we go to very specific race with criteria and rules, we just borrow somebody else's shit, our friend shit, and yep. I'm gonna need you to stop leading people back to COD Lab.
Anyways,
What am I?
she
Is
was
it kind
hit
of
with a
funny? Look
6-year
at me. I'm an
ban, given
influencer.
20,000 Swiss franc fine and stripped of all of her titles.
20,000 fine is crazy though. She ain't even playing. I'm not even playing. Look at me, and I'm getting blamed. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anywho,